Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. Today we are going to be learning about stuck feelings. So what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? And how can I gain a new perspective on this situation? This reading is inspired by my sister who is going through her own awakening. Just wanted to say I love you and thank you for supporting me and also giving me ideas on videos that I need to make, because sometimes I get stuck in my own perspective and I need some other other people's issues to help out. So if you have any ideas for my readings in the future, please drop them in the comments below of any video. I'm open to any spark of intuition or suggestion that you get from the universe. Any questions you have during this reading or any other readings, please let me know so that we can have this open channel of communication. I do really appreciate every single person that views my channel. I truly do. So I just want to help you all on this journey of healing. I've been through it for many years now, and now I feel like I'm at the stage where I can actually teach some things that I've learned through healing. So in honor of my sister, I'm using two things that she bought me for Christmas. The first is these tingsha bells for cleansing the space with sound. And as you can see, I already did the cards here, but she also purchased this deck for me, and the cards are already in here, sorted out. Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. Thank you, Ashley. From the bottom of my heart, we are separate because of distance. She lives in Minnesota and I live in Florida, but I am sending a huge energetic hug and a thank you for these things because my readings would not be the same without them. So thank you. And thank you for listening to me when you asked me what I needed, what would help. I truly do appreciate you listening to me and getting me the couple things that I had asked for. So let's get into clearing this space, and you will hear a couple loud dings from the tingsha bells. I'm going to do 3 of them, and then we will get on with the reading. First, you can see the piles here. We have the Chariot, we have the Hermit, and this Love card is also the Strength card in the regular tarot. So let's begin the bells, and you can decide which reading is for you. And I will take them off. Oops, I will take them off of the table now so I have more room for the reading. Again, choose the pile that you feel most drawn to, and let's get started. All right, pile number 1, you have the Chariot as your Major Arcana card, and you have stuck feelings, stuck emotions, and this card is representing them. So the Chariot usually indicates a move or movement. So it could be that this movement that you're trying to do is stuck in some way. Okay, this is a conscious energy, so it's on the outside world. Okay, and it's about your external circumstances feeling stuck. Okay. But what this is saying is that you need to have determination focus, okay, grit, you know, actually focusing on what you can do to get this done instead of saying, but what if, being afraid of, or being unmotivated or distracted, okay, or maybe you're fixated on the worst that can happen. Consider a new path. You could be just overwhelmed. Okay, maybe you feel like you have too many choices on the outside. Maybe this would mean that you have to start completely over from scratch, and that is terrifying you. So let's get more into the reading, and we will see what is keeping you stuck on your in the earthly plane here. Okay. So I have the Lenormand deck. And this gets very specific about the situation here. So we have the lily, the tree, and a man. So with the lily here, that stands for calmness, peace, maybe maturity, okay? And it's a neutral energy in the timing of winter. So it could mean that you're going through a certain phase where you're going inward and reflecting on your life. Okay, and this man up here stands for an older man, like a father or a mentor. It could just be that is some kind of energy that you're getting over. Maybe you had a difficult fatherly figure or a relationship that has to do with a male. And the reason I say that is because this card is the man here, and he just stands for a man, okay? And the other cards add more detail to this, okay? And this man is, if he was over here, he'd be looking at this stuff, but he's over here, so he's looking toward the future, okay? It could be that you feel stale and stuck in a relationship, whether or not it's a romantic relationship. It could just be a friendship. It could even be a relationship with yourself that you feel stuck in. Your masculine energy is stuck. So the feminine energy is deciding what you want, how you want to decorate the house, how you want the garden to look, how you want to dress yourself for the day, the color of your fingernails. Okay, and the male energy is getting it done, painting the house, painting the fingernails, building the house. You know, he gets it done to satisfy the feminine energy. So if you're really stuck, you may not even know, the feminine energy may not even know what she wants. And so the male energy can't actually do anything. So you're at this like weird stalemate where you don't know what to do. The tree here stands for growth, life, well-being, patience, and it's very slow, okay? So it seems like you may have been going through, you may have been going through this time of maturity that is like, seems like it's taking forever, and you're like, when is this going to change? Why am I still doing the same thing over and over again? You know, when is my knight in shining armor going to come, you know, run up to this tree and save me from this staleness? Okay? And it seems like all of this energy is just slow. But I will say the man here stands for, the timing stands in the midsummer. So right now, when I am doing this reading, it is almost March. It's the end of February, almost March. And the midsummer is like July. So it could be that you just have a few more months of dealing with this. My spirit guides had me look at the fives here. So maybe like 5 more months until you see difference in your life. I'm seeing these stars here, and I'm getting the message that you need to keep following the path. Okay, the universe may be giving you steps on what you need to do, and you've been ignoring it. I do it too, trust me. I spent way too much time ignoring what my spirit guides were telling me to do out of fear. But that's okay because I needed to heal all of that fear, okay? So that's why this has been taking so much time, is because you've been doing all this healing. Okay, both of these are plants growing. I'm seeing this tree as a solid foundation that you've built for yourself. And like imagine the flowers are on the tree blooming. Okay, you started from a seed. Okay, there was a time in your life where you were like, this is enough. Enough is enough. I can't take it. I need to get in control of my life. I can't just let other people rule what I do or rule my mentality. I can't just keep believing what other people tell me. I need to figure this out for myself. That was when the seed was planted. Okay, but now it has taken root. It has grown into a stem. That stem has thickened into bark, and it has started growing leaves and matured to the point where now you are blooming and there's blossoms and the beauty is really taking hold. And you know, the next step after a tree blooms, it bears fruit. So this could be what you are waiting for, is to grab that fruit, something tangible in your hand, and you say, look, this is proof that I've healed. Okay? Maybe it's not enough that you feel better inside. Maybe you want the outside world to mimic it. And that may be the stuck energy about the external movement. You feel like, you know, I've done all this work. Now why won't anybody accept it? Why can't I see it on the outside? It's coming. Okay, that's what this reading is saying, is you just need to be a little more patient. I wanted to mention the rings on the tree. Each ring is a new year that it takes to grow. So I'm sure most of you know that. This tree looks like it has matured for many years. It probably has like 20, 30 rings on it or more. Okay, your tree, you have rings. I'm getting cycles. Okay, you've been through so many cycles. Maybe you recognize these cycles. Okay, maybe you've been through them so much that you recognize when something's coming up again and you gotta face it. That is a true sign of maturity, is knowing what to do. So let's see what the Seasons of the Witch Oracle cards have in store for us today. Okay, gratitude. All that I am and all that I'll be forever, in gratitude I'll eternally be. So that means that you are grateful for everything that you've been through. I see these steps here next to her. Maybe she has been on this journey for a long time, and she's just taking a moment to go within and be grateful for how far she's gotten since you planted that seed, since you told the universe, I want something different in my life. You know, how far have you gotten? Okay, imagine that and be grateful. Okay, the unknown. Think on it and you will stumble, for the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. So this is a reflection of how you feel inside when you don't know what step to take next on this journey back here. Okay, this could be just how you feel right now, like you're blinded, like you can see, but you can't see, and that's the stuckness that you're feeling, the stress. Okay, that is the unknown. And this card is saying that it's time to accept that you just don't know, that you just can't know. And that as long as you're following your heart, as long as you're doing what you need to be doing to get to your goals, then it will work itself out. That's maybe what these steps are back here. Take a moment to be grateful and then move on to the acceptance portion of this. Let's see what this is. Wow. All right. You're in for a new beginning, a new awakening, a new level of maturity that you haven't experienced before. Okay. It says, there is a void in thy darkness, swells the shadow of the soul, swallowing the wickedness into the blackness of its wholeness. So, yes, being grateful, confronting the unknown, recognizing that it's there, and then saying that everything comes in cycles. See, another circle, we were talking about the circle in the tree and the cycle of that you've been through. The tree is coming to the point where it's going to start bearing fruit, okay? And for most of this time, you've been back here in these blackened moons, but the light is finally coming, okay? And you have two cards here where she is closing her eyes and looking within. And so I highly recommend doing this healing where you are grateful for how far you've been and you recognize that you are not the person that you were before. And it's possible that you were afraid of turning into someone that you didn't want to be like. Okay, look at who you are today and be aware of how much you have changed and how much you are not like that person, or you do not have the bad qualities that you were afraid of. Okay, by healing, you're letting your heart shine, and that is amazing. That is a huge part of the healing process. And so it seems like you're going to be going through this phase where you need to go inside and finally heal this last piece of illusion that is making you feel like it's not possible yet. Okay, let's see if these cards have any more advice about like a new perspective you can take. All right, adjustments are required. So I recommend doing this, adjustments on your perspective. Okay, so yes, there's always going to be part of it that's blocked, but as long as you keep your eye on the goal, this part is going to get figured out for you. Okay, and we have prosperity lies ahead. And prosperity can be in the realm of money if you would like, but Taurus is about the earth, okay? Just like the Chariot is a very concrete, earthly card. And prosperity can lie in having lots of people that understand you, having a job or a place of work or a hobby that you really get a lot of enjoyment out of and satisfaction. It just seems like if you're at the end of this healing journey and now you just want this movement, you just want to see it on the outside. And the universe is saying you just have to look within just a little bit more and recognize how far you've come just to get that last little oomph, that last little energy that you need to move forward. And I'm seeing here this moon is darkened. So I would, just like this one, so I would really highly recommend looking into the unknown. Maybe you have questions. A bee just ran into my window. So if you have any questions, write them all down and then try to answer them yourself. Okay. I can't express enough how putting your thoughts on the outside and then being able to look back at them is like seriously one of the best tools for healing. You can go to a therapist and talk to them all day, and you might only remember a couple things that were said, but when you write it all down, you can really see this bigger picture of like what's going on in your mind. And then your rational mind starts questioning, like, is this even valid? Okay, so let's see what the Alice in Wonderland cards have to say. We just have two more cards here. We're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. Okay, you're not alone in your struggles. Everyone has to deal with this dark night of the soul and overcoming it. And those who don't deal with the dark night of the soul stay stuck. Okay, you are no longer stuck. You are growing and moving. Yes, growing up. I just said growing. Wanting to grow in experience. rejection of perpetual youth. So you no longer want to be viewed as a child or as a person who doesn't know what they're talking about. You have done all this work, you know what it takes, you want to move forward, you want people to be accepting of this new version of yourself, and it's happening. Okay, you just have this one more battle to the end, one more recognizing of yourself. And if you have gotten this far, if you've gotten to the blooming tree, as I called it, then you have what it takes to get the last mile. You got this. You know, you ran, what is it, 26 miles in a marathon? So you've ran 25 miles and now you're on that last mile. You know, just keep pushing through. You got this. So thank you, number one, for being here. I really hope this reading helped you out. I just feel like all this energy, like we just got to get going, just do it. You know, sometimes my readings are more peaceful, but truly look within. You got this. You're pro already. Okay, the most important person that will believe in you is yourself believing in you. All right, that will give you the most motivation to continue. And they're showing me two cats here. There isn't a cat in every single card in this deck. Okay, so this could be a message for you in some way. Maybe it's like, be patient and watch, and when it's time to pounce at your opportunity, then you will be able to. All right, love and light, pile 1. All right, pile 2, you chose the Hermit card. And as you can see, there is a closed door. The keys are on the outside of the door, and it almost has the feeling like if you can figure out which key is the right one, you can open the door. All right, the Hermit stands in the unconscious energy. Okay, it's within you. It's that inward search. If you watched pile 1, then you understand that it's very important for you to do this inward search at this time to hit that last leg of your journey here of healing. So for you, it seems like you might be stuck in this stage of having to turn inward. Okay, it's very important when we're healing to turn inward and look at our fears and expel them, find a different perspective. But it seems like you're stuck and you don't know what new perspective to get. And maybe you're trying each of these keys, but none of them are working, and you're getting really stressed out. Okay? The universe is saying to turn off your distractions and just be. Okay? And the way that I said that is how they're trying to say it to you. Just be. Just be. Do you know what that means? It means just be. Just sit there and feel the energy. Listen to the silence. Okay? You can hear the silence. Feel your heart beating. Taste your saliva. Get all that snot out of your nose. Okay? Whatever. Don't start picking at your clothes or your skin or looking at something or reading something. Okay, close your eyes and just be in the moment. Don't worry about what time it is. Don't worry about what you have to do later. Okay, just be in the moment. The moment is happening. All right, and that is the conditions that you need to achieve to be able to move out of this hermit stage, because that is the conditions you need to be in to find that wisdom, to find that wisdom within. Okay, the hermit, it stands for your inner self. Okay, and it's extremely important that you actually do this introspection while you are creating that stillness. Okay, and when you're still and when you're focused just on nothing, it's easier to get into this this mindfulness to uncover those unknown aspects and do that inner work. Okay, you maybe feel lost and anxious and isolation, and maybe your isolation has warped your view of the situation. Okay, it could be that you need another opinion. It could be that you just need a new perspective, and that might be why we are here on this reading. And I'm seeing this key right here is like a different color than the rest. So this could mean that this reading is the last key. It's the key to healing. And I really hope that I can do that for you. I'm also seeing, imagine that you are this door and the light is coming out of your heart chakra. All right. And when you're doing your meditation, imagine the light is coming out of your heart chakra. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the Lenormand cards. So we have the child and we have the fox. Now this is very interesting. Okay, I'm getting I want to say like a wolf in sheep's clothing vibes. But this, with the wolf, it stands for manipulation, deception. I'm getting that this is about your cunning. You are manipulating the situation, manipulating other people, manipulating the viewpoints, and or your ego could be manipulating you into thinking that you can't get out of this. Okay, and it seems like since there's a child here, there's a lack of understanding, there's an innocence, there's a naivety. Okay, maybe you are a beginner at figuring this out, or maybe this stuck energy. I lost it. I'm sorry. I guess I don't have any more information. Let's move on to the other cards. So that must be what's going on, is that either your ego is manipulating you or your fear is manipulating you into believing that you can't come out of this door, that you can't find the key. All right. I'm seeing like they're both turned toward the past. Even this guy is. So maybe your ego is manipulating you by bringing up problems in the past and saying that it could happen again. And you're just focused on what's happened in the past and you're not focused on what could be in the present. You know, I see her stopped on this path and she's admiring these flowers. Okay. And she doesn't see this wolf a fox that is following after her or like maybe sneaking up behind her. Okay, maybe there's something going on. Maybe you're doing something really harmful to your health and you're not seeing how it's going to injure you or hurt you in the future. All right, let's see what else we got here with these Oracle of the Witch. Or Oracle, Yule Oracle. All right, Dove Medicine. All right, Forest. And Remembering. So the Dove Medicine is about forgiveness and a new beginning, seeing the past, and it's about like having a prison in your mind. Okay, this definitely makes sense with like you've locked yourself up in that Hermit card. Okay, and The dove is asking you to spread your wings and move past this heartache into the future. And I see this witch is flying this way. So it seems like she is, oh, and there's a path. So she's taking this different path into the unknown. But she's in control, okay? And also, it seems like this is your shadow self that is deciding to take this new path. Because your higher self could be telling you, we need to do this, we need to do this, and then your ego is like, no, I'm not going to do it. Or your shadow self is like, I'm afraid, I'm not going to do it. Okay, but this card means that you need to take your shadow by the hand and walk that path together. This forest card here stands for strength and patience and grounding. Okay, reflect on the past, but decide to build a stronger foundation. Okay, and it says that you will be recognized for your efforts in the future, but commitment takes time. Okay, so you need to follow this path to get to the other side. All right, it's time for you to make that commitment to come out of this fear mentality that you are holding on to. All right, and remembering is about reflecting within yourself, that inner voice that is telling you to heal, knowing just what to do, and also realigning with maybe your goals or the kind of person that you want to be. And I just talked about this in my last reading about what you need to hear. Realigning with yourself by writing out your goals, or you can imagine during a meditation that you are talking with your future self, and your future self is giving you advice on what you need to do to get to that point. Okay? And if you believe in energy, then you believe that that is possible, that it is possible to go back to your past self or to your future self and give them comfort. Okay? If you have some kind of issue that you're stuck in here, maybe this inner child, this is what maybe your child is afraid of being deceived or making a mistake. Go back to that inner child and talk to it and try to help it out. Okay, I'm getting the message about social conditioning. So it's very possible that you were taught to be this way, but it didn't feel right, and now you are wondering if you are right or if they are right. And the truth is that you are right. Okay, life is hard, but when we see other people making mistakes, oftentimes we see the truth of the situation. Okay, you find that part of you that remains innocent and joyful, and try to connect back with it today. Okay, that's what you can do to get unstuck and get this new perspective that we're talking about here. So let's see what these moon cards have to say. Show the world the real you. Okay, open this door up and let it out. All right, and if people don't like it, you don't have to talk to them anymore. Okay, but don't stay isolated and alone because you're afraid that no one will understand you. I would say probably 50% of the population would understand you. We are all connected. One thing that really helped me come out of this closet here was that I'll watch certain people on YouTube making these kind of videos, and there's thousands of people who all resonate with pile 3 or so, whatever pile it is. And it's just proof that everything is energy and we are all connected. Even if our circumstances aren't the same, we all understand emotion, we all understand confusion, we all understand this stuckness, and there is somebody out there that understands you. Okay, but you have to show the world the real you to be able to attract those people, because if you're hiding it, then they just won't be able to find you. Okay. Again, with the heart, opening your heart chakra and letting that shine out. All right, and bring love into this situation. We have 2 Aquarius cards right next to each other. That's amazing. Okay, the Aquarius, it's all about air, and so it's about thoughts. It's like the swords in the tarot. It's all about the thoughts. But what Aquarians can do is move between emotion and thought very fluidly. So often, if you're an Aquarius, if you have it in your chart, you can say things that really hit home, that make people think, because you can put that into words. And there's a possibility that in the past you were using that ability to harm instead of help. You didn't realize how it was affecting people. You might be spitting the truth, but is it possible for you to do it in a kinder way, in a way that you would want to be treated? Okay? Bring love into the situation, not fear, not hate, not stress, not despair. Okay, this new perspective that you're trying to get, be kind to yourself, okay? And also others. If they don't understand, you don't even have to reply to them, honestly. Okay, the goal here is to be so confident in your own truth that you don't need any confirmation from anyone else. So let's see what the Alice in Wonderland, okay, nature communication, flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. This is my card for spirit guides, the signs, looking into the next realm, into the other realm, speaking with your guides. This is definitely a subconscious card here. Let's see what this other one is. Okay, messages for a rabbit, services to the animal world. All right, so I'm feeling, I mean, we got a fox, we got a rabbit, we got a dove. I'm feeling like you've been getting signs from the animals, spirits, and you need to go on Google and look up the meanings. Okay, I just did a spirit animal card deck review, and in that review, at the end, my spirit guides gave this advice that you should write down 5 animals that have been following you around for your whole life, or you've had an affinity with, or been attuned to, or you see them everywhere, and look into the spirit animal meaning and what strengths they can bring into your life. And I like to imagine myself being that animal and acting like that animal in real life. Maybe I don't show people that, but in my imagination, I imagine that I am acting in that way of strength. So, for example, if it was like a blue heron or a flamingo or a crane, they balance very well on their feet and they stay steady even when the water is pushing past them, the current is moving. So imagine, that you are still and balanced in all of the madness. I feel like that is how you can get this new perspective. And the universe really wants me to say to stop lying to yourself. Okay? And I feel like that's a very important message. Okay, face this shadow self and say, I no longer want to go against my higher self. I want us to work together to get to a common goal. I want to heal what is shrouded, and I want to put it out there into the world. And the use of your spirit guides, and don't second guess the signs. I mean, if there's a bird sitting on that fence staring at you right now, I would highly recommend looking up the meaning of that bird. Okay, Don't dismiss the signs, because then you'll feel even more confused. Like, why am I not seeing the signs? Well, maybe you are seeing the signs, but you're ignoring them. All right. So thank you for watching this video, Pile 2. I really hope this helped you get unstuck, and love and light. Hello, Pile 3. You chose the love card, or the strength card. Okay, accepting what is and being okay with that, and working with what you have. I also, when I see the strength card in the tarot, I think about pull your head out of that lion's mouth. So in this reading, it's about being stuck, being your feelings are stuck. So I'm getting the feeling like someone is controlling, and whether or not they're still in your life today, you're allowing their beliefs to still control you on some level. You could be in a relationship with this person on a romantic level, and you question their motives, and it's time for you to pull your head out of their mouth and make your own decisions. Question, if your head has been in that lion's mouth that long, I don't think he's going to bite you. Okay, that's what the universe is saying to me right now. And look, the lion and the woman are relaxing together and sleeping and friends. So maybe this is energy of like, be your own best friend and have strength in yourself. So let's see, what are you feeling, and why are you feeling this way, and what kind of perspective can we get here? Okay, we have the bear. He's big and strong. And the cross. So the cross stands for like a difficulty, a trial, going through something really difficult where you need to have faith. And the bear here stands for like strength, protection, powerful, did I say protective? And it can be like an overwhelming, together it could be some kind of overwhelming difficulty, that you need strength here. Okay, this does say love because it's in the good tarot, but this in the regular tarot, it stands for strength. And in the regular tarot, hold on a moment. All right, I was mistaken. Okay, I was getting it confused. There is the strength card in this deck. This is the strength card. Okay, my bad. All right, this is the love card, and this is the lovers. Okay, this is a conscious struggle. I'm gonna actually put the strength card up here because I don't ignore my intuition. When I automatically thought it was trouble with being strong, that's what you are. That's where you're stuck. I trust myself, so I'm not gonna go back on what I said. I'm just gonna add to it with the meaning behind the lovers here. Okay, it seems like you need to pledge some kind of commitment, okay, to feel more comfortable with this difficult situation that we are dealing with here with the Lenormand deck. Okay, I'm feeling like this is like not just one situation. It's like all these little things come together and make this a hard situation. Like you try to turn this way and this blocks your path. You try to turn that way and you get something else in the way. You know, it's like a big thing, okay? And with this love card that came up, when it's reversed, you're in disharmony, you're imbalanced, you have difficult decisions, you're confused, you may feel shameful, and you may be in a relationship with unhealthy power dynamics, okay? And the way to get out of this is to focus on the positive elements to balance out the negative elements, okay? It could be you're in a relationship that's just incompatible and you're trying to fix it and it's just not working. So in this sense, I would say try to find your inner strength within you to focus on the positive and balance this out. And question if what you're feeling in this is a lust for power or stability or a love feeling. Okay? If it's not this unconditional love, you may want to second guess your motivation behind solving this problem. Okay? You have a choice to commit or not. Okay? That's what this love card is saying. And both this well, the lover here, the love card, this is the lovers in the regular deck. Okay, this is a conscious energy, whereas this is an unconscious energy. Okay, so you see here with the lovers that you have a difficult decision to make when it comes to your love life or what you're dedicating yourself to. But it is possible for you to have this inner strength to figure it out. And I would highly recommend looking into the line and finding out what his energy is. Okay, and as I'm thinking about it, it's a leader. It's a big cat, so they stalk their prey. Not necessarily that you need to stalk anybody, but you don't just run into the situation and flip out. You know, you watch closely until it's your time to pounce. You get all that information figured out, and then you make your move. I think that you need to become strong within, and then this stuckness will work itself out. And also, looking within, I'm also getting this like wild instincts kind of vibe, like you're becoming friends with your wild side, with your wild instincts. And wild instincts aren't a bad thing at all. I mean, your intuition, sensing trouble before it happens, just being who you think or what you think you need to be at any moment and just going with the flow. It's very good to get in touch with your wild side. I'm also seeing the bear here, so I think that's just a confirmation of this big, strong animal that rules its territory. You know, the lion may be in the savannah, the bear is in the woods, but both of them stand their ground in their environment, and they mind their own business until someone comes and threatens them, and then they pounce. They don't go out looking for trouble. Okay? And I'm getting finally this cross here is talking about having faith. So let's see what these cards here. We got Storm. Okay. This girl is saying, I'm done going through this path where I don't know what's going on, and I'm going to grow and stand up taller than the trees and make things happen for me. I'm gonna. It's like a destruction card. Like, she's got the light in her hand, and she's not gonna let anybody stop her. She's gonna move through this stuck energy. I get the feeling like this is some kind of like relationship that's not working out. But it doesn't have to be that the relationship isn't working out, because I feel like there's the two earthy kind of conscious cards, but then we have like the unconscious. So I feel like it could just be your perspective of how this relationship is going that's keeping you stuck. Maybe both of you are unhappy in the relationship, and what needs to happen is that you pick up this light and you say, all right, we're going to figure this out. We are going to speak each other's love languages. We're going to try to be loving to each other. And if we still don't feel like we can connect after we try with love, then maybe it's just not right. Okay, but it seems like you need to look at this from a love perspective. When it comes to relationships, like really difficult ones, it's really easy to look at all the difficult things, all the arguments, all the problems. If you are in an abusive relationship, I am not condoning that you fix this. Please find the strength to move forward, to be the bigger person, and gather up all that, and find the faith that you need to get out. But there is always another option. There's always ways. And if this is just a misunderstanding kind of stuck, it is possible for you to get out of it. Let's see what else cards we got. Okay, gatherings. Get support from people around you, people you know. Go to a therapist, go to a women's shelter, or a, you know what I mean. It doesn't have to be a women's shelter, but any kind of place where you can get advice, maybe a lawyer. Even, I normally don't say go ask Facebook, but the universe is telling me you might have an idea of what group you need to talk to about this problem, okay? But also they're saying take it with a grain of salt. It's just to jog your perspective to get this new, these ideas, okay? But stay strong in following what you think is the right answer here. And finally, we have the Yule log. So the Yule log reminds us that what you are wishing for will take more than one approach. It may take multiple people dedicating to this change. And then it also talks about how the old must be put away, destroyed, forgotten to move forward. So if you are willing to try to make this relationship work, you can't be holding on to the difficulties of the past. If they hurt you, you have to try to forgive them and then move forward. Because if you're constantly thinking about what happened in the past, you won't be able to move forward. Has this person changed? Has this person changed since you met them? Okay, in a good way or in a bad way? Maybe when you met, this person made a lot of bad decisions, but they've changed and they've gotten in a straighter path. And maybe you're stuck and you're worried they're going to go back to that old way of being. How long has it been? Okay, are you able to put your trust in them? Have they consistently shown their healing? And it could be you that is that person who is healing. It could be the person that you're in a relationship with that is questioning, and maybe that's keeping you stuck. Okay, think about what you want to come out of this relationship. Okay, that can help you focus on the love part of it. Okay, so I highly recommend, to help you out with this being stuckness, that you get some new perspective and question your own perspective of how things are, how things were in the past versus how they are now, how things could evolve in the future. I really think that you got this. This is not difficult to do, but often when we're stuck, we just don't realize, that maybe she's tired of being in this mundane same old, and she wants, to rise above. And I see both of these cards here are looking into the past, and I highly believe that this is talking about having strength during your introspection, um, recognizing that you had to be strong all this time and that you did it, and pat yourself on the back for staying strong, standing up for yourself. Okay, just a few more cards here. A new romantic cycle begins and emotions are running high. That is just a confirmation to me that you truly are just going through this phase in your relationship that is balancing itself out, but you both have to really speak up about what it is that you want in a relationship, what it is you're missing, what you don't like, what you do like. There can't be any secrets between two people to be in a healthy relationship. All right, we've got the right way, learning to create what you desire. And in this sense, it's learning to create the relationships that you desire. Okay, a moment's regret, nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you made a mistake. This is that energy that I was picking up on when it was like, can I forgive them for what happened in the past? Okay, worrying about them past repeating itself. Whatever happened 5 years ago, it is what it is. You can't change that energy. All right, you just got to keep moving forward and climbing that mountain, and you just got to keep going, keep sailing, keep going for the gold. Okay. And you can think back to the positive things that you used to do together that could give you some more love and light. There might be like you had a child and now things have been different ever since then. That it's just something you need to accept what happened and see how you can change it in the future. Or really, you just got to drop what you hoped would have happened in the past, accept that this is what happened, and communicate with this partner, with this relationship, on how you can move forward. Forgiveness is a humongous word. I just wish I could put it in this gigantic font right here across the screen. So I would highly recommend watching my video I posted like a few days ago about forgiveness. It has a picture of my face on it, and it says forgiveness on it. What do you need to forgive? I would recommend that reading right after this one, because it will go more in depth about this forgiveness, because I feel like this is this big issue that's making you feel stuck. And the universe is saying often we have these relationships with our twin flame or our soulmates, or a karmic relationship with someone. And in the past, it could be the way that things have always been for many lifetimes. But now you both have evolved to this certain state of awareness where you can finally break that karmic pattern and your souls can move forward and move on. All right. Love and light, pile number 3. I am so blessed to have you on this channel. Please subscribe if this resonated with you, and watch my other readings for more free guidance. Love and light.